Yep.
Right, okay. Say it's your birthday. It's my birthday, boys. Hello.
Woo! Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Bob.
Hello, welcome
How
to
old are
Happy
you, Bob? 50? What's going on?
41.
41.
Yeah.
You're right.
Liar.
Just like you, Bob. Nice.
He's great. Anyway, welcome to Prog 2. This is a special because it's my birthday. And when I got asked what to do, I was like, do a podcast with these lot. I don't know why, but yeah, this is my birthday social treat.
Must be mental at that moment. Like on a real bad spot.
Yeah. So I thought I'll have a couple of beers and have a chat about Doctor Who with these guys. It's my birthday treat, which is obviously insane. Anyway, Prog 2. I'm Bob, birthday Bob. I'm joined by Craig. On my birthday. Yeah. Sookie.
Hello, happy birthday, mate.
Thank you very much. And John Boy.
Bob. Happy birthday.
Amazing.
I've got more of them.
I bet you have. Look at that vase. Look at that
baby
vase.
Oh, really
How young
cute.
was he then?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Beautiful that. For listeners, John's put a picture of me looking very young and a nice vase behind me as well.
A nice what?
Vase.
Yeah.
I'm impressed by the coral necklace, the kind you used to get kind of like when you were on holiday down south or something.
He was a proper chav.
Yeah, I was a right chav. And on this birthday special podcast, we're reviewing the amazing comic relief adventure, The Curse of the Fatal Death, because it's only 20 minutes long, basically. Well, we're putting some marks on it of some kind, I imagine. We maybe read out a bit of feedback and we'll be having some songs. But I want to just have a tiny bit of news first before we crack on.
Sookie laying back. Stretch it out.
Are you in the?
He's actually got his cock out. You just can't see it.
Is that for YouTube, Sookie? Are you
What's
in the
that?
Only Fools and Horses pub? What's it called?
We're going out for a party. So where else you go? You go to a pub, and I thought find a pub. So that's that's a Nag's Head.
Nag's Head. That's it. Yeah.
Nags and Head.
Nags and Head.
Right, bit of news. It's my birthday. That is the only news. That's pretty much.
The only news worth talking about on your birthday, isn't it, Bob?
Yeah, that's all for news, isn't it? Any take your seat stuff coming out? Might as well tell people while we're on.
Yeah.
We have.
I love doing this.
What's the matter?
I just don't know what we're doing.
We're recording on Saturday.
Any point.
Recording on Saturday. And we've got the lovely Robin Douglas coming off on Doctor Who's line, is it anyway? And she's picked The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension, which is
that's a mouthful.
It's a Peter Weller, Jeff Goldblum, John Lithgow,
Cool.
Christopher Lloyd film.
Sounds quite cool, actually.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's very 80s sci-fi.
Awesome. So you're doing that on Saturday. That'll be out next week, I presume. What's out this week? Mark Ockram's out this week, isn't he, with Skeletons? That's out now.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great film. It was a lovely film. Not sci-fi. It's a lovely film.
Good film. Excellent.
Not sci-fi at all.
Excellent. Well, Mark Cockram and Ian Martin's lockdown podcast from me will be dropping tomorrow as well. So that's a lot of Mark Cockram this week. Has there been any news in the Doctor Who world just out of interest that anyone is aware of? Usually Sookie.
No.
Jodie Whittaker's birthday, wasn't it, the other day? And someone else on the same day. I know it was Jodie's. I saw lots of clips for that. It was yesterday, I think.
Well, I share my birthday with Gary Stringer off of Reef, my favourite band. Fabio Capello, the ex-England and Juventus football manager. Paul McCartney. Geezer Butler out of Black Sabbath, bass player out of Black Sabbath. And that's it, I think, that I know.
They're all very good, but do you have a birthday that coincides with the death of Hitler? Because that's me.
Is that yours?
That's all I've got. And loads of non-famous people.
I've got Terry Wogan on my birthday.
Have you? Who's on your birthday, Sookie?
I have no idea.
Why?
I'm going to Google it.
Have a Google then.
When's your birthday?
I'll tell you later.
What?
You might be getting a free gift from our listeners.
Hold on. I'll do it myself.
You doing it yourself?
What do you ask for sort code and bank account?
Birthday masturbation.
Yeah, mother's maiden name.
What was that, Craig? What was that?
Birthday? He said I'm doing it myself. It's birthday masturbation.
yeah.
Right.
We're bated breath here, okay.
Okay, we've got Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh,
Emma Thompson,
very cultured.
and the founder of my religion itself, Guru Nanak.
Oh,
Right.
There's on the April 15th as well.
Big hitters.
So that's about it. The rest I just don't recognise at all.
No deaths of dictators then on your birthday.
Probably some really famous musicians there, so I don't recognise them.
Kim Il-sung.
What?
Kim Il-sung? Ain't he South Korean? Korean.
He's North Korean, Kim Il Sung.
Yeah.
That's
He's a dictator, isn't he?
yeah, he's a dictator. Well done.
I wonder if I have a dictator on my birthday.
Why is this like someone that you really want? Is dictator?
Yeah, I want a dictator.
He wants to
Aspire to, isn't it? Yeah.
Dictator. This is fascinating for the listeners. Dictator, 18th of June, birthday. Let's see who we've got. Oh, it says Doctor Dictator.
Yeah, this is.
Don't forget, dictator's not got the K in it, Bob.
It's not a real dick.
18th of June. I've got quite a lot actually. I think. Oh, different events. There's a lot of words. I don't know. Is the answer to that question? But if you want to Google it, write in. Feel free at a later date and tell me what dictator shares my birthday. There you go.
Is that a new segment we're doing?
Yeah. Every day.
Right in, listeners, if you have a
got to have
birthday
something to do with a dictator somewhere. Nice.
It's class. That's a section for next time. Anyway, I've asked the lads for a birthday gift of a song, and I'm going to come to Craig first to get it over with. What song have you brought for my birthday?
Well, I tied it both in together really. The last couple of weeks, and obviously we're doing a comic relief special, and also a little ditty for you. I think you like the band. If not, it's just tough shit. And the song I'm going to go with is "Help" by the Beatles.
Ah, cool. I thought you were going to say "The Stonk" by Hale and Pace. Do you remember that? On Comic Relief.
Yeah.
I did that in assembly with my mate. It was brilliant. Right, well, this is "Help" by the Beatles. From Craig. Thank you very much, Craig. Get that in there.
Bob, when we go back in, I'll start if that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll explain what it was. Yeah.
I've just found a couple of famous people for my birthday.
Who? Go on.
Got Seth Rogen,
All right.
Emma Watson, Maisie Williams.
Cool.
And,
Keep saying for hours, this, won't it?
Yeah, that was about it. Those are about
literally 30 seconds.
3 or 4 people that I recognise.
Well, that's good then, isn't it? There's a good few there, isn't there, Sookie?
Yeah.
Oh, what a game. What a game we've started.
Google mine, Sookie. I want to know what else I've got on my birthday.
Oh, God.
Okay.
18th of June. This isn't on listeners, this is for YouTubers.
Oh, is it for the lucky YouTubers?
Yeah, for YouTubers. Oh. My dad got me a keg of beer, so I'm just drinking that now.
Sounds good.
All right, innit?
Googling my birthday.
Are you still doing it, Sookie? Oh, he's doing it. Excellent.
All right, June 18 birthdays.
Oh,
You don't want to go too far now, do you? All
well,
right.
just go as far as you want, Sookie.
Well, it's going up to flipping 1269. This is, so you don't want to go that far. All right, George Mallory, the chap who climbed up, and George Mallory, the chap that climbed up Everest.
I don't know.
1904.
I'm just looking now. Actually, it's quite interesting that I don't know any.
Ian Carmichael, the actor.
Who's that?
The new Private's Progress. I'm All Right, Jack. He was quite big in the 50s and 60s.
All right, cool.
40s, 50s, 60s. Paul Eddington, the actor who was in the Yes Prime Minister, the one who played the Prime Minister.
Ah, right, cool. Fascinating. Anyway, should we?
Fucking great stuff. Yeah.
Paul McCartney.
Yeah,
Gone down a rabbit hole.
I said Paul
You've
McCartney.
started Sookie off just listing fucking names.
Linda Thorson, Isabella Rossini,
Rossellini.
Oh yeah.
Rossellini. Finally,
Sookie,
yes, mate.
snapping you out of it. Come on, snapping you out of it.
Sookie, get out of this.
I've got Richard Madden. That's the only other one.
Thanks.
Richard Madden, who's he?
He's the one that
Questions about it, Bob. That makes it go on
Game
long.
of Thrones, the one that got killed at the Red Wedding.
Oh, Rob Stark.
Yeah, Rob Stark.
Right, cool.
Grey hair? Wait, you got grey hair?
I've got no hair.
Bob's got ginger hair and just a bit of it.
Apart from my face. Right, cool. Let's get back into it. So, Craig, you're going to kick this off. Craig.
Yeah.
Go.
Whoa, Bob, what are you doing? You played the wrong song. That wasn't bloody the Beatles. You played the Bananarama Jet French and Saunders version for comic relief, man. Calm down. Oh, Jesus, that's my taste. I chose the Beatles for you, man, and you did the wrong one.
Well,
I have to leave it in there now. I'm not editing that out.
I couldn't help myself, Craig. I couldn't help myself, yeah.
Well, I'm deeply proud of you for that. It's a really great
hell.
move you did playing Bananarama.
Absolutely fell into that one, didn't I, listeners? Well, there you go. So we're reviewing the Comic Relief special, The Curse of the Fatal Death. Now, I was trying to think, I think I got this wrong, because I wanted to do something short, and I was thinking of Dimensions in Time. You know, that awful one with the EastEnders people.
Oh, yeah.
Children
I've seen
Need.
that once.
Oh, I watched it again. It's terrible. But The Curse of the Fatal Death came up, and I was like, I remember this. I've never been so happy and buzzing when it came out in '99, wasn't it? Because we had no Doctor Who, and it was like it was a big deal because you had some awesome actors like, you know, Rowan Atkinson, Richard E. Grant, Hugh Grant, and all these, Joanna Lumley, and all these people were sort of pitched to play Doctor Who at various points as well, pretty much, weren't they? Apart from Rowan Atkinson, I think. And then to top it off, Jonathan Pryce is the master. It's like mega cast, and then it's written by Stephen Moffat. Because he was married to one of the producers on Comic Relief, apparently.
It was his first appearance, and it wasn't kind of like Stephen Moffat. It was like first time he'd done something so profound in it all. It was great.
Well, it's because Richard Curtis was on about doing this Doctor Who thing, and one of the, like I say, he's married to one of the producers, and she said, "My husband would love to do this. He's the biggest Doctor Who fan ever." So yeah, it's like pretty stellar for 20 minutes of television, and it is obviously ridiculous. But I remember at the time, I was absolutely buzzing that this was out. Do you guys remember this?
Oh yeah, I remember this being on really clearly. I stayed to watch the entire. They did it in 4 segments, didn't they? When it was actually in, and I remember watching it. Yeah, I remember dead clearly. Actually, my first 3 I loved, and the last one I'll tell you about as we go into it. I had a very different reaction to the last episode, which I'll say. But I did. But overall, I think it's just absolutely fantastic. I was really thrilled you suggested it. Actually,
it is a bit of good fun. Sookie, do you remember this?
I remember watching this over the whole night, and I really enjoyed it watching because it just brought back. You could tell it was written by a fan because all the little gags that were in there, and you're just thinking, "Oh, that's brilliant! That's brilliant! That's brilliant!" Yeah. And I had such a smile on my face when I watched this, and I haven't watched it. I've got the video somewhere, but I haven't watched it.
Video? Wow!
Yeah, it was released on video, wasn't it?
It came out on video,
yeah.
And I've got the video somewhere, but I haven't watched it since. And when Bob suggested it, I thought I'll sit down. And I got one of my daughters to sit down with me to watch it as well, and she enjoyed it. She said, "What's happening?" I said, "All these little references, didn't they?" And she goes, "I don't understand it, but I'll explain it all later."
Yeah, that's
I just said that to her, and she had to walk out the room afterwards. Yeah, but I enjoyed myself. Go on, John. What do you think?
Do you remember this at the time, John?
Something was familiar about it, but really, I doubt it. I would probably have seen it, but I've just got no memory of it. So
fair enough.
Yeah,
you weren't kind of staying in, especially like we were, because I was counting down to this night for ages. It was a big event.
I think in 1999, I would have been probably getting pissed somewhere. To be fair,
so do I. But I was like, this is my little secret of being a Doctor Who fan at the time. That I'll probably say, I can't come out, lads. Just got something to do. Just watch this.
I just remember 1999. I'd have been on late, so I would have been working when this would have been on. So I'd have. I probably got this not only on the video that I recorded off the telly, but also on the one that was released on video as well.
Wow. I mean, amazing, isn't it?
Did you enjoy it though, John? Did you enjoy this bit?
Did I enjoy it? Yeah. I kind of look. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this was more of a birthday celebration for you, Bob, and less of an analysis of like basically 20 minutes of my life that I really wasn't that interested in. the thing about it is, I think about it is I got all the gags in it. I got all the repeating, the Mickey taking stuff. And I got that these were people who would be good doctors, or at least had been considered as much. And yeah, but it was just a little comedy skit, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I mean, but
I'll try and drag up some enthusiasm for it. But
no,
to be fair,
it's fine.
I was watching it, and I'm 48 years old. You know, I'm just like, and it was like I'm watching Comic Relief from like literally.
Oh, but John, at the time, this was the most exciting thing
for us, Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Actually, that's one of the best special effects of Doctor Who up until that point I'd ever seen. Because
apart from the '96 movie,
ignoring the movie, no, that's what I mean. Ignoring the movie, and some of the bits towards them, but it's like the image, of the kind of the outside of the whatever it is, the cell where they arrive, and then the control room, the Dalek CGI or whatever, looking awesome as well. It was just brilliant. It wasn't CGI; it looked really good.
Model work.
I did think that. I thought, wow, these effects are really good for Doctor Who on telly, and especially because it's a spoof as well. It's, and I think obviously if you want for comic relief,
it's a spoof. Oh, I was assuming it's just a regular episode that gone awry.
Serious episode of Doctor Who.
Cheeky gitty.
But it's. I mean, they wouldn't have got the stellar cast as well if it had been not for comic relief, because it was class, wasn't it? I love Rowan Atkinson as a Doctor. I thought he was brilliant. He took it proper seriously. I think he's a massive fan.
I've heard he is. I've heard he's a massive fan. But if Adelph, as Richard Curtis founded Comic Relief with Lenny Henry and loads of others.
Yeah.
Right? And it's only through him that he's managed to get all these people involved. And as people have said, they've done it for no money, and they just come involved just to raise the charity for charity. And you can't get this sort of stellar cast at all without the help of somebody quite big. And Richard Curtis was quite big at the time.
Massive, right?
I mean, he still is now, but at the time he'd got 4 weddings and a funeral, Notting Hill, and all these other ones that were just being released around about that sort of time.
Stellar. I mean, what did you think of Rowan Atkinson though as the Doctor? Like, in all seriousness, I thought he was great, and he's a great actor. I think Rowan Atkinson.
I can get why you'd think it'd be good to have Rowan Atkinson as a Doctor, though. But I'm just not 100% certain that the character that he portrayed on this one would have been fun Doctor to have. He would have been
too smug.
Too smug. Yeah.
He was definitely
generic Doctor, wasn't he? If he was like portrayed it properly, it was a serious call. Right, you've got a season. Let's do it properly. I imagine he would make a fascinating Doctor.
Yeah.
Have you seen his Maigret? He did an ITV show called Maigret for about two seasons.
No.
And there was like a murder mystery set in 1930s Paris, 1940s Paris, and he plays it straight down the middle. Whereas because you've only known him for Blackadder, Mr. Bean, Johnny English, right? And it's all been comedic takes on the tales on the roll. And Maigret, he just plays it straight down the middle. It's fantastic.
Well, do you remember Not the 9 o'clock news? He did a lot of quite straight sketches in that as well. And he really did show his acting chops off. Like, and if you think about Blackadder as well, the first one, he was the idiot, wasn't he? First series of Blackadder, he was like the Baldrick a bit, wasn't he? And then obviously all that changed, and he was class in that as well. He's just a great actor, I think.
I would agree. Yes.
Whoa, what's happened there?
I thought somebody's pressed share screen.
Craig,
I did something then because my microphone stopped working, but I re-picked it.
Yeah.
Is that working?
No, this is not. I'm getting Inception vibes from this. It's like,
what's going on?
You've shared your screen, Craig. You need to unshare it.
Right. Okay.
Next one. That one.
Yeah. Stop sharing.
There we go.
So did your Audacity stop?
Yeah, the microphone stopped again, but I just went in and did what we did last time, which is why I went quiet for so long. I just didn't speak.
So we're back recording again now.
Recording. Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, lovely. That was smooth. We didn't even know, lads. That was
I just went really quiet, and I thought, whatever you do,
professional.
Speak to me. I was just quickly. I remembered from last time what to do. I didn't want to tell you. I just got on with it. So hopefully it's recording again at this moment. So yeah, that's what it was.
What were we saying?
Rowan Atkinson. You talk about Rowan Atkinson. He was great. I love a Rowan Atkinson, I must admit. But in this, I thought it was a really good Doctor.
Yeah, I did too. Who was your favourite Doctor in all the Doctors? I know most of them didn't get a chance to really shine. Who was your sort of favourite Doctor out of all 5 of them, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think if you don't pick Richard E. Grant, then you're picking it for a different reason from me.
No, I just
So you're picking Richard E. Grant then?
Yeah.
What, because it's Richard E. Grant?
Yeah, because he's quality. It's with me, Doctor Who, isn't it?
Well, he did play Doctor Who in the web episode, animation, Scream of Schalke. And I always kind of wanted to see Richard E. Grant as Doctor Who. So that was cool. What did we think to what the fuck is he called? That
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, that's him.
I thought he was. I'd love to have seen Hugh Grant.
He'd have been good as a Doctor as well.
Quite charming, a Paul McGann kind of Doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the very much Paul McGann vibe when you saw him on screen. You did think of Paul McGann.
Yeah.
He was good.
He was the one that was offered the role, wasn't he? Hugh Grant.
Yeah. I thought he'd been cool as that
before Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right? Did he?
Yeah,
right. Okay.
He did. Yeah.
He was offered it and refused.
I think we were lucky to get Christopher Eccleston instead, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
I think Jim, whatever his name is, did a great job at it. I thought he'd have been brilliant as he reminded me very much Matt Smith when he was doing it, the shy introvert, can't look at the girls hiding away. I really liked him, and it was only there for 2 minutes, weren't they? Well, they all were good, really. Every one of them. Joanna Lumley was fabulous, but they all brought their own character. Yeah.
Yeah, Joanna Lumley was awesome. Oh my God, John, what picture have we got now? Look at that! Look at that! I've got hair on that one. This is for you. This is for YouTubers. Oh my God! Look at that hair. Them glasses are shit, aren't they?
They're really good. Them. They're really good. You're wide-eyed on that.
Yeah, I wonder why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Highly likely it was off the tits at most points of these pictures that John's showing.
Yeah. I've run out of them now. They're all like pictures of you looking decent after this. So
That's awesome.
No way we're getting them on screen.
Oh, brilliant, John.
He has a persona to
he has a persona.
In that one there, I'm wearing a football jersey.
Is it York?
North York? No, it's North Yorkshire News, because I used to play the North Yorkshire News team in 6-7-a-side league. Yeah, that was that from that class strip. That was class strip. Really, the thick, horrible, proper football shirts. But it was winter, so it was fine. There's a fascinating story for you all. Jonathan Pryce, what did you think of him? I thought he's great. Over the top camp, proper going for it as a master. He's even funnier. I don't know if you watched them little behind the scenes things, but he's just ripping the piss. He's just ripping the piss out of everybody. He's absolutely ridiculous. He's so funny. But I thought he was an ace master, like.
I'd agree with that. I think that as well. I think he chewed the scenery up, which was exactly what you needed.
Yeah,
you got him. His maniacal laugh is on point.
Yeah.
So pretty decent. Yeah.
See, well, you got Stephen Moffat as a big fan, obviously, right? And he knows how Anthony Ainley used to play. Yeah. And that's the biggest one that used to go over the top out of all the actors that used to play the master. And he's probably gone to Jonathan Pryce and goes, here's a few snippets of Anthony Ainley playing him. Just go bigger. Just go bigger. Yeah, and that's probably what he did.
You just get every bit of the kind of the master and the doctor going wrong, doesn't it? The fact that the master's giving this narration of I'm going to get you and you don't know this is going to happen, and the doctor's hearing every word about it. It's just so the humour side to what goes on between the two. Like, oh no, he wants to kill him so badly whenever he gets his opportunity, he doesn't, and he does it in this. He's genius at it. Especially when he puts his hands on his hips and he's got his Dalek boobs. That's just so that's it. Dalek, whatever he calls them.
At the end, when he just goes off with Joanna Lumley's doctor as well, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, and it's just class. My Dalek, what does he call them? Augmentations or whatever they are. It's class, man. I mean, it is a dead fun, simple script. I mean, that bit at the beginning where he keeps falling into the shit mine or whatever. 4 times, I think it was 4 times. It's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that like Heaven Sent or Hell Bent, whichever he's spending his entire life going round? You can see his ideas forming, can't you? In this?
There you go. Yeah. That's where it came from. Yeah, the curse, the fatal death.
There's loads of things that Moffat used. He goes on to in this story that he goes on to use later stories. I mean, you've got all this stuff where how does he get out of it? But they keep going backwards in time. He used that in the Big Bang. Yeah, and in a couple of other places as well.
Timey-wimey all the way.
Timey-wimey, all this stuff. So all the
marriage is in there, isn't it?
They keep saying all this about Moffat just recycles his ideas. Most of them came from this story.
It's lent, isn't it, though?
I love that they've got the two running gags in the two halves. So the first half is like the repetition of the scenery, so the corridor and the kind of the repetition, the storyline almost. And the second one is the repetition of that, I'll tell you later. It's just it just keeps it really simple humor. It really does take the piss out of itself. And those little sort of lines like, I got tired of all the quarries and things like that. It's just genius.
Yeah. That was the best line, I think, the quarry line.
Yeah. It is a good line.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's loads of that. What was I going to say? It was... I can't remember now. It was on the tip of my mind.
Tip of your mind.
Tip of my mind.
Because your mind's a point. You're there. Is that the way it goes?
Yeah, you pointy-minded fool.
Pointy-minded fool.
Did you watch that video I sent you today about that man? It was getting angry about his cat treats.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't send it to you two. I put it on the beginning of this podcast anyway because it's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Oh, man.
What? Did you not laugh your head off at it? Did you not think it was just like a fat big ribs? Why is it awful? It's great.
It's just depressing.
Anyway, it's on the beginning of the podcast.
Wow.
So
editorial decision made.
I'm going to shove it right on there.
We've got on forever as well.
There's 2 more parts.
Right, I'm changing my music choice.
That's a good thing about not telling him beforehand.
I know you
can just change
I'm
it.
going to play it against him. Yeah.
Go on then. I will have a song, John.
Do you want me to do it now?
Yeah. What's your song?
Well, I was gonna pick Queen. Friends Will Be Friends, but instead you get in fucking Dear Brain by Malcolm Middleton because it's a little example of the inside of Bob's mind and what happens when he has a word with himself. So.
What is it not about Malcolm Middleton, the one that did that speech in that song when I first did the first podcast?
Maybe.
Do you remember that one when I did my first one? It was when he put that shot of "fuck off everyone" or whatever.
Good piece of music. I don't know what you're talking about.
So what's this again, John? Malcolm Middleton.
Dear Brain.
There's
a little bit. It's like I was, I could have explained it like. We somehow got a snippet into what Bob's mind was going through when he says things and does things. But I couldn't be bothered to work a little narrative out. Forget it. So just fucking play the song, Bob. Let's get it played.
Let's get it on. Oh, God, John. I dread to think. I can't wait for that. He's fucking mint, isn't he? He's going to pour himself another beer.
Yeah. I can't believe you got a keg of beer for a birthday present. That is just a brilliant birthday present, actually. Keg of beer.
Who's got a keg of beer?
Didn't Bob say his dad bought him a keg of beer?
Yeah.
What did he?
Yeah,
So,
that's just genius.
Oh, it's only 3.7 though.
Still not a point. Still beer.
Training water. Might put a brandy in it or something.
Training water.
Right, cool song. We'll have a bit more of a chat. Do a Mark's
cool song. You didn't listen to it, did you, Bob?
Hang on.
I think, are we going to be wary about these? Are we going to get people going, oh, that's a wrong song choice? We're not listening to this podcast again.
No,
I don't think they really care.
I tell you what, we can team up and start to like a power struggle that topples Bob, and then we can take over, but we still want him to do the editing. Oh, hang on.
Oh, the editing is fun.
Yeah.
Well, that was a very nice song, John. Thank you very much for my birthday gift of that song.
There's a little bit of killing in it, but I mean, you can't have everything. It's not a perfect reflection of you at all. But,
I do like a bit. I do like a bit of killing. Killing's like it's good fun. The honesty to Proctor Who, the Bob's birthday special. Don't know what's happening. We're talking about the Curse of the Fatal Death. We've kind of talked about it because it's only very short and a bit weird. I think just for me personally, it was just. I'm just so happy for it to be back on telly in a kind of loving way.
Talked about Julia Sawalha as the companion.
No, she was great.
She was brilliant
great as well. Yeah, I really liked her in Press Gang.
Yeah.
Was she?
Was she absolutely fabulous as well? She was.
Oh, yes, she was.
She played Sappy, did she? Or whatever her character's called. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love those to her.
Yeah.
Then she went on to do Jonathan Creek as well.
Yeah.
For a couple of years.
She played very much the because it was all quite a generic doctor, generic assistant, wasn't it?
But
like,
it was, but this is right. Okay, she was a generic companion, That most people at the beginning of this episode, most people think it's just a genetic, and then all of a sudden he puts his arm around her and goes, "I'm going to get married," and all this. Of course, that's where the whole dynamic changes.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? You just think to yourself, this has never happened before. I mean, there might be loads of fanfic out there, even in the 80s and 90s, where they wanted the Doctor to go off with a companion, and this was the first time that.
I mean, it was
a spoof.
When it was when Paul McGann kissed Grace. I mean, that went mental, didn't it?
Oh yeah, it was all over, wasn't it? It was a real shocker. Really big arguments in the community and everything.
Yeah. I mean, I remember me going, "Oh my God, the Doctor kissed a girl!"
But it wasn't a proper kiss. It was. I was like that, but because it kind of wasn't a proper kind of full-on snoggy embrace for ages, I coped with it. But yeah, I didn't.
Yeah. But then this is saying the Doctor's getting married. I could only take it with truth. What is John? John's laughing. John's laughing at us. Why are you laughing at us?
No, I'm not laughing at you. I've just thought of something I was about to say then, and I thought, fucking hell, I really better not say that.
What was it?
Oh, and it is proper.
John.
I just was talking about kissing. I'm thinking, well, you don't know where his fingers are at that point, do you? I can't say that. So I stopped myself. And then you say it.
Well, good.
He has just had a quick fit into his shoe. So.
Car Crash podcast, right?
Brilliant. This is what we do best, Car Crash podcasting.
I was quite that line, kind of like, "You're the best companion or assistant I've ever had." I thought that was a brilliant line. That it was like you've had, and it's like it was a nice play on words. It even made it more kind of like you have him getting married, but you've clearly shagged as well. It's like, oh no, this is going too far, Doctor Who. But it was funny.
Richard E. Grant, though, innit? You loved it.
Yeah.
He called the Daleks gits.
Yeah.
I'll have these gits, whatever he says. It was so good.
He's so bristly, Richard E. Grant, isn't he? He's kind of really. He'd be an unusual Doctor. I don't know how I'd find him actually, but I found him a bit strange in Scream of the Shalka. But I think I'd like to see it. But he'd be a bit Capaldi-esque almost, a little bit. He wouldn't be warming, I don't think.
I think he'd be a dark Doctor. That's
I do. Yeah,
I'd love it. Yeah.
Because they had all the contrast, didn't they, amongst all these? You had the kind of the bumbly one, then you had the female strong kind of one, then you had the Hugh Grant, who was all kind of, schoolboyly preppy. And then you had, the dark one. It was really good. Really good.
And then the woman. Yes.
The woman.
Yeah. The way, yeah.
We've got to discuss the woman Doctor. I mean, this is the first time we've had,
Well, it was telling every time. They were going to announce a new Doctor. It was always Joanna Lumley. Always in the.
She'd be an ace Doctor, actually.
She would be a great Doctor. I wouldn't have said that at the time in 1999, but I definitely say it now. She would have been a terrific Doctor.
Can you remember when this was being shown? Did they tell you who the Doctors were going to be beforehand, or was it a surprise for you?
It was a surprise, I think. It was to me. Because that was my big thing. I remember loving the first 3 parts of it and watching it all night. And then Matt, bless him, got bored and went up to bed before the 4th episode came. And I remember going upstairs almost in tears going, the BBC have just killed Doctor Who. I truly believed that was the end because they'd just done all the Doctor's lives and they'd deliberately come to an end of Doctor Who. And I remember waiting. I thought that was it. I thought that was the end of Doctor Who. And I remember loving it the first episode, going, yeah, this is really great. It's really funny. But at the same time, that aired, and I remember thinking, oh my God, clever, funny, but they've actually just brought the curtain down on Doctor Who. And I remember to this day going upstairs, not in tears, but almost like, oh no. So
I didn't think of it just because I just thought it was a bit of daft on Comic Relief. Wow, Craig, you took it rough.
I took it too seriously. I'm that type of person. I was analysing the dates for this podcast afterwards. Now,
the letters pages. I think there was a couple of letters in the DWM magazine that did mention it. The fact that they'd used all the regenerations. Yeah. But of course, it did have an open ending with the Doctor and the Master walk off together arm in arm. So you never know. If they were offering, if you want to go out, they could. Yes, Craig.
See, if you were accepting that the Doctor's adding up to whatever number there was no more was canon, you also had to accept that the Doctor and the Master wander off together as well as canon, and then see where that takes you.
Well, everything is canon linked because the planet they talk about, I can't remember what it's called now, is where the Master was, wasn't it? When he's kind of running out of lives. It's mentioned somewhere in the series.
Yeah,
Tertius, that's it. Yeah, it is in there.
Deadly Assassin.
Yeah. So it's kind of, yeah. I knew it had been in, but it kind of is all very continuity based. And I was just thinking, oh shit. I probably also had a few to drink thinking about it.
Maybe.
Unlike Sookie, I can't remember exactly what I was doing on that night.
Yeah, I was working nights.
I was working late.
I was working late. I
was prostituting on the streets of Hull.
I think I was laying down some turf in the middle of the road. Our trick we used to do, because it used to be a lot of turf around when I was a kid in the 90s. Do you remember turf?
See what we do at this point, guys, is we say nothing for like 30 seconds. Let it tumbleweed for a while, guys. Let it tumbleweed.
No, he used to, because he used to like do up grass and that, and they used to leave turf slabs around, and then we used to like dig up all turfs and then put them in road to piss everyone off. So you had to drive over. So everyone wake up in the morning the next day, and they'd have to go on a turfed road because we'd taken all the turf and put it in the road.
Okay, so
fucking hard work and all after the club.
I know.
I've never heard that in my life.
What? Never had a turf your road?
You bullshit, dirty.
We fucking did. We used to turf roads.
Yeah.
Anytime we saw any turf.
You just want to say turf repeat, isn't that right? Is that why we're doing this?
Oh, no.
Doesn't turf stand for summer?
I was thinking that it's got to be something.
It's grass turf.
No, I was sure we were discussing this on Trek This Out.
Oh, that was. It wasn't grass turf. It was something else, wasn't it? Some walk thing or whatever was it? Probably.
I can't remember. All right, we'll carry on then. Let the tumbleweed blow. Let the tumbleweed go.
It was hard work as well. Like I remember, it was like a day's work turfing a road.
Do you know what? The best thing about this is that you get to a point where you have to explain it a little bit more because we don't give a shit, and then suddenly you just continue to explain it.
I bet he's thinking, why the hell did I mention that now?
It's like a fucking roller coaster of hell.
Did a great job as well sometimes. Like
one more time.
Turf free for all. You could, if you're a bit short of turf, just go and claim it off the middle of the road. It becomes public property.
Yeah. Anyway,
the music in this is great, isn't it? They nick it all from all over. So
it's all different, isn't it?
So yeah, it's kind of
really. I didn't notice it. What was it?
Oh, they use I put down Meglos, Logopoulos, Castrovalva, but there's probably more. You can definitely get Logopoulos and Castrovalva in it. You can hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that kind of Fifth Doctor.
There's Sea Devils apparently in the Greatest Show in the Galaxy. This is all because Mark Ayres wrote all some of these the music for this, and he wrote some of the music for these other shows as well, other episodes as well. So he's just using snippets of his own music within the this little spoof.
Lovely. Thanks, Sookie. Thanks, Google.
Bruce. That's Wikipedia's open on my laptop there. Thank you very much, Wiki.
It's open on mine, but I get it wrong still all the time, apparently. But anyway, yeah, I mean, from me, I adored going back to watch it, and it brought back a lot of lovely feelings from the time, and how excited I was that this tiny bit of new Doctor Who was on telly. It was just great. Any more thoughts, gentlemen?
I just love some of the lines that were kind of like, fatal death. And there was a line the Master does, which is certain death is now certain. And it was like just some great kind of nonsensical sentences you get in Doctor Who all the time, really. I can't quite tautological. I love that. It was just really well written, like Doctor Who is back in the 1970s.
Yeah.
I just like the bit where Joanna Lumley brandishes a sonic screwdriver and goes, "It's got 3 settings."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And that was quite insightful, because how quick were people when Jodie Whittaker became the Doctor start saying how a Sonic looked like something else? And I thought, hey, you can see the level of sarcasm that's still there now.
It's not changed, does it? It's
the level of criticism. 20 years later.
Exactly the bloody same.
Brilliant. Cool. Any more thoughts, gentlemen?
Not on that, no.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to come for another song. I'm going to come to Sookie.
Right.
What song have you brought me for my birthday, Sookie?
Well, I just thought let's have a fun, snappy, poppy song.
Hey,
and I picked Salt and Pepper with En Vogue, and it's What a Man, a mighty great man.
What a man, what a God. Sookie, that's a great tune.
Sounds good, right?
You did yours yet, John? Oh my god! Thank you, Sookie.
No worries, man.
We'll do something out of 10 when I'm thinking what it is.
Dalek boobs. What are they called? Boobs out of 10.
The licks. The its.
Dalek tits.
Dalek tits. That's what we'll do. Dalek tits. Dalek tits.
You write down what they call it. Oh, Dalek bumps, they call it.
I'm going to call
Oh, it doesn't matter, call it tits. Yeah, good.
Richard E. Grant called them tits, so
yeah.
We'll call them.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for that song, Sookie. It was a great song. What a man, eh? What a man. Thank you very much.
Oh, say, was that meant for you?
No, clearly wasn't for you, Bob.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right.
Self-reflection, wasn't it, Sookie? Just describing yourself.
Yeah, what a man, what a man. You're an absolute legend, aren't you, Sookie? That's why. Anyway, let's put some form of markings on this. Let's get some Dalek tits out of 10. Hey. Come on then. Craig, give me some Dalek tits out of 10.
Well, exactly like you said, I was just so thrilled to sit back and treated so carefully and with love. I was going to give it 10, but I always remember that climb up the stairs. I was living in Barnsley at the time, and I remember that heartbroken Craig. So I've got to knock a few off for ruining him that night and give me probably a really restless night. I'm giving it 8 Dalek tits out of 10.
8 Dalek tits. Wow, that is strong. Sookie, how many Dalek tits are you going to give this one?
It's an enjoyable episode. Well, spoof. You've got so many good stuff going on in there. You've got great actors. You've got great jokes in there for the Doctor Who fan. And you just think, yeah, it's brilliant. I can't give it 10. I can't give it. No, I'm going to go with Craig. I'm going to give it.
Good man,
I'm going to give it 8 Dalek boobs.
8 Dalek tits out of 10. John, how many Dalek tits are you going to give this adventure of Doctor Who?
Well, I'm going to judge it as a parody spoof thing, which is what it is, and alongside other parody spoof things that I've watched over the years, and how well it ranks in that, rather than some arbitrary figure of 8 like these boys have picked. So I'm going to pick. I'm going to go for 6.5 Dalek tits.
Can you have half a tit?
I mean, let's
not get into the not get into the geographics of it.
Yeah.
Is it geographic?
The politics of the body.
Yeah, let's not get into that. Well, I'm going to give it 10 Dalek tits out of 10 because it's just I loved watching this again. I forgot how much I loved it, and I'm pleased that I didn't go for that dimension in time because I watched that and that is absolutely shite.
I'd like to review that at some point because I've never ever seen it. I don't think properly. Well, maybe just once I blanked it, but I agree. Out of the two, this is. I was looking forward to watching this again.
This is done. This is done with love.
Yeah, it is done with love.
Yeah, it's definitely done with love but the one that was done with really big masses of love is the one that I watched straight after this was Time Crash. Time Crash was great because
it came up on YouTube next, didn't it? Yeah,
it came up next, and I was just loving it. My daughter was sitting there again, sitting there. What's going on? I said, "Don't worry about it. Just sit there, enjoy everything."
Yeah. No, definitely. Definitely. Well, we've had a couple of bits of feedback. I only put some out last night, so we've had a couple of bits. I'll read them out if you want. We've got Dan Hadley. Happy birthday and a reasonably comfortable birthday to Bob. I do love that line, actually, thinking about it. The reasonably comfortable sofa or whatever.
There's some cracking lines.
Yeah, I'm convinced the Curse of the Fatal Death played a great part in keeping Doctor Who in the public's mind a crucial point. Personally, I can take it or leave it, but the Hugh Grant and Joanna Lumley are incredible. For what little we get out of the Doctors, plus it was all for the best of causes. Indeed, it was. Mark Cochran, bloody hell, Max! I love this podcast this week, isn't he? Good lad. Happy birthday, Bob. You really do have a lovely etheric. You really do have lovely etheric beam locators. That's what they were, weren't they? His tits.
Yeah.
Curse of the Fatal Death is tremendous fun, a sensational cast, and possibly the greatest master we've never had. Did Jonathan Pryce play the master on any Big Finish stuff?
No,
he hasn't, has he? Just thought I'd ask that question. You want to know more about what I thought of the story? I'll explain later. Wait.
I love it. Yeah, it's clever.
Thank you very much, gents. Thank you. Right, cool. Anyway, that's it. That's enough of whatever. We'll just have a conclusion. You've all done your songs, haven't you?
Yeah. Are you doing one, Bob?
I'm going to play us out with a song, yeah?
Uh-oh.
we expecting Tumbleweed again?
We got it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Whether we expected it or not. What are you going to play? What are you going to pick, Bob?
I'm
Are you
going
going
to
to leave it till the end and then surprise us?
Well, we are at the end, aren't we? Really, that's about it, isn't it?
I expected at least 2 hours out of this, considering the previous one.
I've got a feeling. No, I've got a feeling.
I've cancelled this stuff for the next week just in case.
I can't make any plans for a week because I've got
no
lots of
tech
episodes.
issues.
I've got a feeling he's just gone back into old episodes and just taken samples of what we've said and just remixed them all together. And so,
Give him ideas, Sookie, for God's sake.
That's
if he's
an
not
awful lot of
about
fucking
that,
work to
that's
do.
yeah,
but-
well, he
yeah.
ain't got nothing else to do. He's probably sitting there. It's my birthday. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, I mean,
with us, he's clearly got a lot of spare time.
that's just because I thought it'd be nice to hang out with my mates and that and do a little podcast.
Fucking that was wrong, wasn't it?
It's been fucking awful, you set of bastards. But no, thanks for joining me, lads. It's been class. It's been fun. Yeah, I'm going to play us out with the song. It's by my birthday brother, Gary Stringer, from my favourite band, Reef. And this is Birthday Suit Naked. Enjoy and bye-bye.
Do it
That's
with
goodbye,
love.
Tertius.
Bye.